Contenders.
Hello and welcome. This is Contenders. I'm your host, Youngdae Lee.
Hello, I'm Arirang.
Ellie, have you talked to people about our first episode?
Of course, actually, they watched the program and they were really excited about the show. What about your friends?
A lot of people were really impressed by the intelligence of our contenders. And even many HR managers were interested both in our programs and the real contenders. What about PJ?
Hello, I'm PJ Rogers, and you know, I was pleasantly shocked of the many comments that I've heard both sides. Some people thought, because the first episode was much to do with quizzes and the intelligence and how quick-witted they were and what have you, as they could answer the questions. And people thought that some of the questions were too easy or hard. And then the scores went from, you know, somebody started off on the low end and then went and ended up winning, and other people started off high and just made it like Min Suk. He was a great example of that.
To feel the gunfire between contenders at that day, let's take a look at the recap, please. This is Contenders Employment Survival Race.
The path to LG Household and Healthcare is right here. After beating countless competitors, these 8 contenders were selected through tough evaluation and interviews. Yumi Hee, Choi Won-sik, Yeom Hae-jung, Kim Yong-hyun, Han Ye-eun, Kim Min-seok, Lee Jin-won, and Choi Bong-soo. The first round was the speed quiz.
Double header.
Modern art, pop art, marathon. Oh my god.
Min-seok leads the game.
The second round.
This is second round multiple choice quiz.
Kim Min-seok and Lee Jin-won both take the lead. The third round.
What categories prepared?
Bong-soo,
Beetle.
Hae-jung,
Hae-jung,
Walmart,
Luok, Justice,
Mercury.
Fahrenheit 9.
You are now in #1. How's it feel?
I feel safe a little bit.
Hae-jung, Ye-eun.
This is not the end. The 3 contenders fight for the last spot.
Want to compete next week.
The final round. Kim Min-seok became the final winner and will compete.
Number 1. Couple of PC.
The series was based on the novel by a British writer, Ian Fleming. What is the name of the series?
Min-seok,
007.
correct.
So these 6 contenders will continue to become the next employee at LG Household and Healthcare.
As you could see, it went back and forth in that third round. That was a critical round where you saw the scores change dramatically. And then, of course, Min Suk entered the 4th round and came out the winner of the 4th round, so he was gathered again with the 6th. But it was an exciting first show for sure.
That's right. Each questions affected the scores and rank of the contenders.
Definitely, I believe the 6 contenders are most competitive person in our country. So, let's please welcome the 6 surviving contenders from Quiz Inferno. Please welcome them.
Great to have you back. Welcome. Y'all survived the first week, and now we're in the second, so welcome you back. I was shocked once again with the variety of the scores and answers that we had last week. Min Suk, you started at the top,
Yes.
went to the bottom, and then made it back in the 6th. Congratulations.
That's right.
Did your family have anything to say about you being on the show?
Frankly speaking, I didn't tell to my parents before I applied these programs, and I told to my parents just after the first round, and they were so surprised about that I'm being broadcasting all around the world, and they sent me a really warm support about the program.
Well, great. Well,
Thank you.
Congratulations being back. Yeon, how about you? How about your friends or family? Did they have any comments or support? What did they think?
Actually, before the first round, I was really worried about the quiz. So I didn't tell that much to my friends, but told to some very close one. After the show, they all said like they are really proud of me. So I was like, I feel more confident now. So.
Well, of course, you ended up on top. Great job. Youngyan, how about yourself?
My family and my friends told me I was the luckiest guy last week. Because I got only a few questions, but somehow I survived. And I think I was so lucky, and I hope I'm lucky even in this week.
What about you, Jinwan? You made it.
Oh yeah, I passed it. I passed last round, and my mom and dad was really happy to hear that, and yeah, it was good.
And what about you, Bongsu?
Well, I had a fun time last time answering the quizzes, and it was really exciting. There was a lot of questions that were kind of mind-boggling and made me think a lot about what I needed to know to get into LG household and healthcare. So I'm happy to be here.
What about Haejong? So what's the reaction of your family or friends?
They were actually really surprised that I got in, and I felt really blessed and happy that I got the opportunity to be here again. So I'm very happy to be here.
So don't forget our support. We are really proud of your performance. But today is another day for hard competition, right? So what is the challenge for today, Ali?
Well, hopefully no more quizzes. Well, the second episode of LG Household and Healthcare will be divided into two main parts, and the contenders will be evaluated by our panel of judges.
So could you introduce the judges for today?
Dr. Kim Byung-ju from Kim Lee and Partners. He's also an adjunct professor of international studies in Hankuk University of Foreign Studies. And Dr. Song Won-gun, the director of Korea Economic Research Institute. Next is Mr. Min Kyung-ju. Charles Min is a U.S. lawyer from the Legal Affairs Division of LG Household and Healthcare. And Ms. Moon Sun-hwa, also from LG Household and Healthcare, and she's the team leader of Investor Relations Division. And finally, Mr. Jang Woo-sung, Kevin Jang from the Global Marketing Division of LG Household and Healthcare.
Let's get started to the next round, please. First round is debate. It will be moderated by PJ Rogers. Judges, what about the criteria for evaluation? What points must be focused in the debate?
Well, I think it's pretty simple and straightforward. Because this is a debate, what we'll be looking at will be, of course, the logic and the contents of your argument for sure. But also what's important will be, as important as that will be also the way it's delivered to the audience as well as your opponents. And in doing so, we'll be also closely watching your enthusiasm, your commitment, and show whether you really believe what you're saying, right? And also spontaneity in a way. As you get into the debate, how you handle your opponent's points will be also something that we'll be closely watching as well.
So what is the topic for today, Ali?
Topic is Internet real name verification.
Please, let's take a look at the video clip that we've prepared.
Korea is an internet powerhouse. What is the internet real name verification movement that is sweeping the country right now? Internet real name verification requires one real name and social security number before one can post a message or a reply on public portal sites. This new practice took place in 2004, and in 2007 and 2009, new laws were amended and internet real name verification was protected by law. Websites with message boards and with more than 100,000 visitors a day must have its user registration under a real name and social security number. According to statistics, 2 out of 3 sites use internet real name verification in Korea. 7 years have passed since real name verification was first introduced to the cyber world, but it still invites much controversy. So, what are your thoughts?
And so why don't we begin by having each one of you give us a short opening statement, and we'll start with the pros on this side. Min-sak?
Thank you. I agree with that internet real name verification policy because of that. The internet real name verification policy can increase the quality of the opinion and also increase the credibility about the opinions. For example, if people want to know about some kind of opinion of the expert, they're going to more believe about the opinion of the professional persons such as doctors, and entrepreneurs, and lawyers.
Okay, great.
Okay, I support the idea that internet real name verification, because without this system, then people write down the things with the fact which is not verified, so it could be the start of the rumor, and also people became more irresponsible when they type down the things on the internet. So as we all know, it could allows some social problems, such as we all know about like some celebrities' suicides, something like that. So I think in order to prevent this kind of social problem in advance, it's a very minimum system to prevent this social problems.
Great. Young-Yeon?
I think real name verification system is so necessary when it comes to copyrights of movies and songs. Recently, you can download movies and songs really easily for free, but you probably don't know where they come from and who uploaded it. And even people uploading files, they don't even recognize whether it's legal or illegal. So I think if there is a verification system, then it could protect copyrights of movies and songs. Thank you.
Great. That was our opening comments for the pro side. Now we have the opposition side. Why don't we start right here?
Basically, I argue against these policies. This is because I believe that this policy can threaten and violate freedom of speech and participation in politics. For example, Minerva cases, they can show they can be very great examples, which can show my worries or so. Yeah.
Great, thank you. Bong-soo.
This House firmly believes, the opposition firmly believes that the internet real name system verification poses a high threat and a high risk to society, mainly because it violates privacy. What you put on the internet, your valuable information, let's say your age, your gender, your SSP, and even your credit card numbers, can be hacked by hackers around the world, not only in Korea, maybe perhaps in China. Like last year, if you've seen the news, a lot of information leaked through the internet, and the government cannot be responsible for this.
Great. Hee-jung.
South Korea's real name system is creating a huge inconvenience to not just Koreans, but especially to foreigners living in Korea. Because of these inconveniences that foreigners have when living in Korea, registering onto Naver or Daum into these big portal sites in Korea, it's driving away them as customers. And it creates a lack of image as a globalized society in Korea and drives down economic growth for Korea.
Great point. Okay, Ian, why don't you rebuttal maybe her comments on the fact that it cuts down on e-commerce worldwide?
Yeah, it's partly true that the real name verification is restrict the globalization for the Korean website company, something like that. But I think firstly we should more think about in Korea, the society, because actually in our websites, some of them is globalized, but mostly we have very local-based customer. So we should more care about the local-based customer first. So,
but just recently, the Korean Times has reported in 2007 the foreigners in Korea have exceeded 1 million people. This is a huge market for Koreans. Foreigners are important in Korea, and because of this system, we're lacking the amount of customers that we can get as foreigners because they're having inconvenience in registering and they can't register properly. That because the system fails to do so, foreigners are giving up when they're trying to register onto sites, and they're not being able to, register, which lacks business for us.
May I say about opinions? Well, in case of the convenience customers, if you register once, you are going to be more convenient than register every time. For example, if you register with a real name in the internet, on one homepage, you don't have to register every time that you log into the homepage. So I strongly believe that the internet real name verification system makes you much more convenient about using the online.
I'd like to change the subject right now, if we may. Something was mentioned on the opposing side about freedom of speech. How does it affect our freedom of speech? Where would y'all take that?
About the freedom of speech, firstly, we should make sure that the real name verification does not mean that we have to write down every single reply on with our names on. It means that we have to verify our name and the social security number in some website, and still we can use our ID. So some ID, not the exact name. So which means that still you have a little bit of the more freedom for that. And also, when we talk about the freedom of speech, I agree with that it should be kept for everyone. But if the information and that speech is harm the other people and allows some social problems, then it could be, there should be some not restriction, but some system which can kind of prevent it. So I think that this real name verification system can be the one.
If there's no verification, people could commit illegal stuff like downloading movies and songs for free. If there is a verification system, they would think one more before uploading files and downloading files. So when it comes to that kind of social issues, there has to be a verification system.
Jinwon, you brought this particular subject up about freedom of speech, and it would maybe restrict it. Can you expand your opinion on that?
Actually, I think that lots of people already know these cases. And Minerva, who is idea of some people, of a guy who wrote an article, and he uploaded this article, which is criticizing government economic policies. And it was, lots of people read that, and many people think that that's right. And he exactly predicted Korean economic situations. Then, but he was arrested by government because I think that government can get some information, his personal information, because of this real name verification policies. Because he posted this, he posted his article on Daum, and he arrested, but he released, and he was proved to be innocent person. I think that this case is very exact case, exact example, which can show my worries, and that's why I'm against this policies.
I'd like to add one thing. Okay, fine. So let's see the costs of what you just said a while ago about people committing suicide. I'm really sorry for the people. The entertainment industry is so big in Korea. I'm sorry for the people who commit suicide. But what you mentioned a while ago is people who commit suicide. For me, I firmly believe that people who commit suicide, you shouldn't blame anything else but yourself. It's your own responsibility to make sure what happens for you is a good thing. So you shouldn't blame the internet just because of the internet you commit suicide. That is not. There's so many other factors to that plays in the role.
Proven, and that was the main reason.
And a while ago I mentioned freedom of speech. What about people who really think for the government and who really believe that the government is going the wrong way and they want to express their opinions? How many people can you say who, that want to log onto the internet and really do this and help the government grow in a democracy? Just because people in the entertainment industry commit suicide, are you going to just ignore these people who want to really make a change and bring globalization near to Korea? That's what I want to mention.
Ian said that ID is just ID. It's not just it's not exact name, but I think that still governments and some other authorities, they can find some people's name and their personal data very easily, because citizens and some netizens' personal ID is filed on the database of the some site, so they can easily access to do it.
Maybe an example of this could be that case there was a girl that refused to pick up the droppings of her dog on the subway. And what ended up happening to her?
Lots of people are very angry about her, and they tried to find out her personal information and dig out her.
And they did.
Yeah.
They did find her personal information, and they basically splattered bad rumors, untrue things all over the internet.
That's why we need the verification system, because when people blame that girl, you know, they blame her without their names, and so nobody knows who they are, who blamed that girl.
Oh,
Go ahead.
yeah, and when it's about freedom of speech, and when you define the free, then it means that we free which do not disturb the others. So I think, like, as you guys mentioned, that like some political issue, there are some people who saying the right things but get arrested because of this verification system. But you said that he's becoming, turns out he's innocent. But when it comes to the opposite case, so when you think about this, like what he mentioned, that girl in the subway or something like this, in bad situation, then we cannot find out the first person who made out the rumor. I heard that there's still like some cyber like police stuff, but it costs more. So why should we keep paying for the more cost for that? Like we can prevent this kind of things by doing the verifications.
Sure.
Okay. I want to add about the opinion of the Ye-eun's, and especially about the points that Bongsu said. I think that the main difference between the rumors and opinion is that opinion, the speech, is based on the basic fact or not. And I think that the people tend to tell more rumors if they do not have some kind of duty about that opinions. For example, if you use the internet real name verification, they could feel more pressure about their opinions because they knew that people can check who they are and can gain some personal information. So they're much more careful about what are they talking about that issues and base that the real fact.
In terms of being careful and cautious when processing your opinions or writing down your opinions, I think this is another point, in fact, that I could mention. The process of real name system is such a bad thing, especially to crimes sometimes, is that a lot of witnesses, when they see a crime happen on TV or in the street or something like that, they could tell people or they could like write about it online, but because they have to state their name, their address, their alien identification number or their number, they would be timid to speak out. They wouldn't be able to speak out because they have to give all that information. So they would be cautious and they wouldn't be able to say the things that they need to say in order to help someone else.
Okay, I tell you what, we're running out of time here, and so we're gonna have the closing arguments from both the pros and the cons of this particular issue. And so could we have the closing arguments first from the cons, if you will, or the ones that are opposing it?
Today, the internet is growing way too fast, out of control, and putting too much information just to make an account in Messenger is not what we want. It is going to be a violation of what we said, freedom of speech, violation of our private lives, and it can also cause identity theft. Furthermore, what my member mentioned, it will bring inconvenience to other parties that want to help Korea develop as a global economy. Thank you.
Great. On our pro side.
Okay. As Bongsu mentioned before, I think the internet society, the cyber world in Korea is almost big banging than before. And I think that the internet real name verification can be the last gag to stop this insane horse running, because it can limit a bit of, it's not a freedom, but I don't know how to say it in English, but
그럼 한국말 하셔도 돼요. 괜찮아요.
Okay. I think that is the internet real name verification can limit the 방종 of the. It's not about the freedom 자유, but it's about the 방종. So it can stop the. It can limit the difference between that one, and can be the limited line that we have to keep inside, just like a yellow line in the subway.
Well, thank you. This was a great debate. A little heated, a little excitement, you know, and I'll use a Korean word, 흥분. You know, we get 흥분 sometimes, and when we get so passionate about our ideas and thoughts. So we appreciate all of your ideas and thoughts, both for the pros and the cons. Can we give them a big hand?
Thank you very much for your passionate debate. My question goes out to Yonghyun and to Bongsu. You both mentioned the grave issue of celebrity suicide, and that Yonghyun, you mentioned that the bad comments are the causes for the celebrities to kill themselves, and Bongsu said they're not the real cause. Is that based on your personal belief, or is that based on some hard evidence?
In my case, my opinion was based on some articles on the internet, like reliable website, like some newspaper companies. And even before they left, what they left before they die, kill themselves, like what is called like will or something. Even they mention, I kill myself because of bad comment and the way people think about me or something like that. That's like my reason.
Well, I believe that. Well, it's not my personal belief because I've read articles as he did, and people don't commit suicide after one day. They don't just go, okay, I'm going to kill myself, boom. It's not like that. It's a process. Psychologists believe it's a process that has steps before you really commit the act. And before someone commits suicide, first you have to get depressed, and there's some processes that has to go through. And you cannot say that because of what people think and what is written in the internet, that is the only cause of that celebrity of committing suicide. That's what I believe in. Thank you.
Okay, my first question goes to Ms. Han Yeun. I want to ask you a question about what was said by Mr. Kim Min-seok. If we use indeed the real name system here, the readers of what's written in the internet will be able to find out whether this source who's making this argument is reliable or not, right? To that point, one may argue that then that goes totally against the whole point of internet. The point of internet is that the system encourages people, whoever that person may be, whatever the education may be, whatever the position of the person may be, you have freedom to present your argument and have your argument be treated equally by everyone. How would you respond to that argument?
Actually, at first I heard his opinion. I was more think about like when it comes to some like expert field, then like there are some like people. I'm totally agree to the people can mention everything they want, but like when it's about some expert part, then sometimes we need some expert's opinion, so which could be more reliable. But sometimes like people saying something they just think, and it's very important, but sometimes that makes some rumors, and that leads to some other problems, and that leads to like many others. So in that case, like if we have this real name verification system, then we can easily find out that who is this expert is talk about this, so we can be more like reliable to that information. So it's not about restricting the other people's opinion. It's more about like when it comes to those kind of issue, we can be get the more reliable information, and we can verify ourselves and what we can more trust and what we can accept.
Okay, thank you all very much, and I guess it's time for the judges to decide the ranks of the contenders. So stay with us. Now the ranks are ready. Ranks, please.
First place goes into Min-seok Kim. Congratulations. And let us continue our journey to the next round. Please get started to next round. Six contenders will be divided into 3 teams, which means 2 contenders in 1 team will give a presentation. So just the best team will move on to next week competition. And the remaining 4 contenders will be selected by the judges' decision, but not the team basis, but the individual basis.
They were given 3 items to choose from: coffee, toothpaste, and cell phones. Kim Min-seok took first place and chose coffee. Choi Bong-soo chose cell phone. Yeom Hae-jung chose toothpaste. Han Ye-eun and Kim Min-seok both chose coffee. Lee Jin-won chose cell phone. And finally, Kim Yong-hyun chose toothpaste. 3 teams of 2 were formed according to their choice. Their challenges: go back in time to the period of Joseon Dynasty.
That's good.
신학을 조선시대에서
Are you ready for?
양정성 청년 사과는
wider. 10초 후에 종료하겠습니다. 마칩니다. 저장하세요. 꺼내주세요.
It's time for a presentation. We better go to the Joseon Dynasty through riding the time machine. So the first turn is to marketing the cell phone in Bong-soo and Jin-won. I believe you are ready for marketing the cell phone.
Yes.
Okay. So please let's get started your presentation, please.
Mrs. Lee, Yangbun, we have to, okay.
Oh, what is it?
Oh, don't worry, I'll explain to you later. I only have 10 minutes, so just click the button, okay?
Okay.
Today, there is something in the air. I feel revolutionary, something fabulous. I can't even put into words. Mrs. Lee, you're gonna be out of your mind when you listen to what product I have to in store for you.
Okay.
Joseon, are you ready for the product name Mannam? Mannam features a lot of things, but I'm sure, Ms. Lee, you won't understand everything if I say it to you now. So we'll go to your house tomorrow and visit you, and we'll explain the product to you more precisely. But first, the main feature of the product is you'll be able to communicate with your friends or whoever you want inside in Joseon. Isn't that amazing?
Oh, it sounds really great.
Yeah, and Target is you.
Yeah. I'm Yangbun, then can I buy it?
Of course. We especially target this product to you in your class.
Okay, then lots of my friends are living in Hanyang,
Yes.
and I'm living in Hanyang also.
Yes.
Then can I buy it also?
Yes, you can. We're going to have flyers all over Hanyang tomorrow in the streets, and we will visit your house next day if you're more interested. And the price, most important for you, customer, or exclusive customer.
Yeah, how much is it?
3 rolls of silk. That is reasonable.
Oh yeah, it sounds a little bit expensive, but still it's worth to buy.
Don't worry, I'm so busy right now. I have so many customers waiting in line. So tomorrow we will visit your house and we will explain the product more clearly.
Okay, I
and
see.
one more thing before I end this presentation.
Okay, yeah, I think that your product is quite good, but I've never heard about your product. I think you your company and you have to do some more promotions.
Exactly. We will go out, make this known, tell your Yangbang friends, and we will spread this out through horses.
Okay.
Yes. And one more thing. Life is good, and you'll be hearing a lot of this sound. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, you have used a 4P, which is a basic, actually, foundation for marketing. But I see that you're missing the most important thing, which is communication.
Okay.
How are you going to communicate your product to Yangban, your segmentation group?
It's actually very hard to market this, explain this really in Joseon Dynasty because there's so many other factors that you have to concentrate on. But we are the first ones to launch this kind of product, so we're going to have that kind of market power, to say so.
Increase market share.
Yeah, and
firstly,
as the first launcher of this kind of product, we're going to be holding that.
And if this product will be popular, then we're gonna expand this product into some other regions and other customers.
So the next turn is the team toothpaste, Haejong Yonghyun. I guess you are ready for presentation?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get started.
Hello, every upper class in Joseon Dynasty. Today, we're here with amazing toothpaste named Premium Toothpaste. And it has amazing features, and she's gonna tell you about it.
Okay. Our premium toothpaste. When you brush your teeth with salt, it has two things. It leaves you with, in Korean terms, kokke feeling in your mouth. And another factor is that salt leaves you a bad taste in your mouth. But our product is different. It doesn't do that. Our product features a flowered flavor, so it gives you a taste of flour in your mouth, which is perfect. And it has more effective dental hygiene treatment, which is efficient. And our market is for that. So dental hygiene, efficiency in your product of making whiter teeth as well. And our target classes.
Our target class is high-end class, upper class, like you guys. Because in Joseon era, when it comes to consumer ability, Yangban, okay, upper class including king and governors and Yangban, they have the biggest consumer ability. That's why we target high-end class for our product. And for place, we're gonna sell it in Hanyang Market, which is, Yangban people go for shopping. And at the same time, Palace, because, at Palace, there's king and governors and other high-end classes. That's why. And she's gonna talk about price.
Okay. The price of salt, they use about 100 grams of salt to brush their teeth. And for the price, we're gonna make it twice as that. So twice the price of using 100 grams of salt for your teeth, and which is not very much, considering how much then these people can actually pay for them, because obviously they're higher class, right? And for our promotion, which is the most important factor in our presentation, is that we're gonna promote this product by door-to-door marketing, which means that we're gonna go to the wealthy customers and actually go to door and sell these products. But not only that, we're gonna offer a second promotion, which is by palace examination. Physical examination in palaces in Joseon Dynasty were existent. So we go to, we give the samples of our products to doctors, and they perform physical examination for the people in palaces, and people who visit palaces would give physical examinations, and they would have recommendations from doctors to use this product. And this will in fact cause more voices in making sure that people use our products, and since doctors promote it, people will think that it's healthier, it's safe, and they can use this product. So these two main promotion ideas will be essential in creating this toothpaste to the public. Our product is, like we said, is premium toothpaste, and this is efficient by 3 things. It makes whiter teeth, it leaves you have a flower flavor in your mouth, and it promotes high dental hygiene. And our promotion for this product is we're doing physical examination for the people, of wealthier people, as well as door-to-door marketing.
Okay.
So
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I want each of you to give me 2 products, the 2 use of this product for other than for oral care.
Perhaps for scent as well. Well, we can consider this, even though toothpaste is for your mouth, we can maybe use it for other things around the house to make the house cleaner and healthier for anybody around. Toothpaste actually has, it cleans. So anything around the house where it's dirty, maybe you can use to...
But when it comes to that, it's premium. It's premium toothpaste. So it's too premium to use it like for cleanup.
Yeah,
it's only for, your health and your like premium life and your health. So I think like we better not use this for other things like cleanup and other dirty stuff.
But if it's used for other things, I think then for scent, I think the purpose of this product is that the main purpose of this product is that it creates a flower flavor, and the scent is really important. So if it was used for anything else, then we want to impact on the aspect that it has good scent.
Okay, so it's time for the last team, the Minseok and Yeun. Are you ready for marketing your products, the coffee? Let's get started your presentation, please.
Okay, so we're the last one who's gonna do the presentations. Well, our product is imported coffee from Arabia via Silk Road. But this one is a fact, right? It's the imported coffee from Arabia via Silk Road, but the value proposition that we try to give to the customers is that black tea. It's a black tea-like beverage which make you feel good and also smells good. Also, when you take it, it looks good too. LG. Okay, so about the targeting our who gonna buy our beverage, we put one assumption. As we know before, in Joseon Dynasty, men have their own cultures, like a culture in Sarangbang, which have a pleasure time with visitors in their own private place, right? So we just assumed, why not about women? It was the first assumption that. Also, women in Joseon Dynasty also probably have that kind of cultures. They're mingling all together and have pleasure times. And also there's historical assumptions about higher class only could get the imported products. So our target market was the women from the upper classes, such as Yangban. So we define ourselves as a coffee provider for channels, and we also assume that there is no direct competitors in that market because we try to find some historical data, but we could not find about any data that they imported about that kind of beverage except tea. About the place part, Yeun going to be present after following me.
Okay, about the place, we kind of divide into 2 categories. One is the offline, and the other one is visit channel. For the offline, we divide also into the specialty store and also to the private coffee store. I'll explain in detail. The specialty store here means that there must be some the importer who imported many other products from the different country. So there must be the importer in the Joseon Dynasty. It could be the silk, that could be the pepper. So we wanted to sell our product to that specialty store first. And then about the private coffee store, these days we have a lot of like coffee shop, but at that time they don't have coffee shop. But they have some like chumak or some places to enjoy the drink and with some snacks. So we wanted to offer some private coffee store which that the upper class woman can gather and join together. So and also for the visit channel, as we want to use the personal sellers to visit their own house. In that time there was 보부상, so which like they visit to the upper class woman's house and then say that, oh, we have very good products. You can try it so that it can be spread out.
So you are about to close your presentation.
Okay.
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 So to finalize your presentation.
Okay.
Please.
So just yeah, we want to sell it similar to the black pepper's price, and also using the word of mouth. And we wanted to provide like cultural plus coffee, so that the woman, the higher class woman, can enjoy it with their own culture together. That's the differential point of our product.
All right, thank you very much, Team Coffee. Judges, comments, please.
Thank you for the great presentation. You mentioned that there is no competitor who are actually planning to import those same product. But what is actually the biggest risk that you think of? You can think of, and what is going to be your plan for that?
Well, the risk that I thought about was that, especially in Joseon Dynasty, they used some traditional poison to kill the prisoners. But it really looks like coffee is also black beverage and also smells a bit bad. That's what I heard. And we could not say that the coffee smells really good in the first time. So we were thinking about that kind of risk. And also there is some kind of customers that feel uncomfortable about new kind of beverage. So to manage that kind of risk, we're thinking about some customers admire about the imported products, especially in Joseon Dynasty. They're so interested about imported products such as sugar and the peppers, and even some kind of camel and the elephants. I've read these articles, so we're going to that point about admire of the imported products.
It's a very good presentation, and I like the part that you started with cultural and historical assumption, because we are going back to the early Joseon Dynasty, so you need to assume that we are in a certain kind of a place or some kind of situation. But the problem is that I think there might be lots of substitutes for coffee, like teas or even liquor might have been the substitutes. And how can you explain to the Yangban or upper class people the distinguished feature of coffee compared to the other substitutes? That's my question.
Especially the coffee is different from tea, because when we drink it, it's like kind of make us feel more like what?
Vigorate? Yeah,
vigorate, and so it's just like a little bit different. And I think like at that time, especially for the women, they are not able to like enjoy drinking that much by themselves. So maybe beverage, the liquid, might be our competitors. But about the tea, we can explain them if you want to be more, feel like up, and then you can try coffee instead of tea. Then you can be more feel good, and it's kind of different culture. And when we have like private coffee stores, then if you want, we can like import tea as well at the same time. So we can make it as a tea and coffee store, so it can be beverage.
It's given that you guys are only given 30 minutes. It's wonderful, right? I mean, I don't know how you guys have pulled up this much within only 30 minutes, and I really appreciate it. Thank you.
And I think they deserve another round of applause.
All right, please.
Well, the 6 contenders have finished their presentation, and the best team out of 3 will go on to compete next week. Let's hear from the judges.
A very good presentations, and then it's very hard to decide. And then how well you did presentation is highly dependent on the characteristic of products. But we try to be neutral, and we try to look at how you try to market these products well. And then we decided that coffee team will go on to the next company. Congratulations.
And now we have 4 of you left. And either 2 from the same team, or it could be 1 each from other teams, will get selected. And the other 2 will be eliminated today. Let's hear from the judges.
Bongsu, why do you think you get this kind of results?
Well, I think marketing for me is like it's a process of performing market research and selling products and services to customers via advertising and other means to increase sales. So what we thought of was how to make it more exciting and more trying to get the attention of the customers to really increase those sales. So I think that's why.
The cell phone team, both of you, between you and the partner, who do you think should be eliminated and why? Either Bongsu can go first or Jiwon.
I'll go first.
I think Bongsu have to go upper grade, upper next step, because he did a lot of things. He made some ideas. Of course, I also made some ideas, but he presented lots of parts, and I just clicking the presentations. But it was good experiences for us, and both of us are not marketing major, not business major. We are just focused on how to show it and how to make some other people be excited. So that's why we made this research. But yeah, we learned a lot of things.
You know, yeah, it's true that I contributed a little more, but I feel that I missed that point that you guys were looking for. So I think it's my fault that we're here at this result. So I think it would be better for me to get eliminated at this point. Thank you.
Haejang, and if somebody beside yourself has to go to the next round, which person should that be and why?
So besides myself, it would go to the next round. I would choose Bongsu because he's really enthusiastic. Not only is he enthusiastic, he has very valid points in what he's speaking and what he's saying, and I feel like his enthusiasm and his skills and communication are essential at LG. So.
Okay, thank you very much, judges. We will give you 30 seconds for your final statement. Starting from Bongsu.
I think I expressed myself the best way I can. I contributed, and I'm so grateful to be here, really, to be participating in this Contenders program, and it's going to be a very long story to tell when I get older. Thank you.
Oh yeah. Although I missed some point of marketing nowadays today, but now I'm studying some business terms and some business studies or so. So please think about my creativity and some other aspect or so. So yeah, I did my best here, and yeah, it was great experiences.
Throughout this whole competition, I really gave it my all, in the sense that I tried my best in every single possibility I could think of. So in terms of that, I do have some regrets, but I think that if I continue, then I have so much more to give and so much more potential. So I believe that I want to go on to the next round.
Well, from next time, I try harder to express my ability and competency. So, yeah, I want to go to the next round. Thank you.
Your time is up. I believe that you did your best today. The ball is in our court, the result in my hands. So, the winner is 해정염. Congratulations.
Yonghyun, your partner moved on. Who do you think will be next person?
Not me.
You know, I love an honest man. And I guess that's his honest feelings. I appreciate that. That takes a lot of courage to say that. Thank you.
Judges, are you ready to select?
Let me say just a few words very briefly before we announce our decision. Today, our work was not at all an easy one at all. And while selecting the finalists, there were several points that we were keeping in mind. We were keeping in mind that some of the courteousness and dignity that some of you have expressed to others was very moving indeed. And these are very important, and being humble and humbleness are very, very important factors in organizational life as you join this kind of big businesses and organizations. So we were moved by some of the special qualities that were demonstrated by several of you here. And when I say that, I especially keep in mind Ms. Lee Jin-won and Kim Yong-hyun. Your, the gracefulness were very, very moving. But then again, at the end, we were pressed to choose at least, because energy and enthusiasm is they are very important qualities. We had to choose Mr. Choi Bong-soo.
Congratulations, Bong-soo. But you don't look that happy.
Yeah, kind of, because my partner here gonna make it. But I don't think this is the end of anything. I think we should think that this is the beginning of something new, something great. We look forward to life every day. I think that's the attitude that we all must have. So.
All right. Shinwon and Yonghyun, any last words?
Congratulations, guy.
And we will have more exciting mission next week, so stay tuned in Contenders. Thank you for joining us today, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Today I got eliminated, but it was a pretty awesome experience.
It was a really great experience for me. I will never forget it. It's good. Yeah, life is good.
I hope I will do my best the next round, and yeah, I hope we can be all keep in touch and be good friends.
And hopefully for the next round, I can go with more confidence, feeling that I've done really well here. So I feel really blessed.
If I do that, I'll have a chance. I'm so happy to be here next week. Thank you. See you guys soon.